What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be ranking 2022's best side hustles, and I'm gonna be categorizing each of these businesses into a few different categories, and we're gonna be giving them a rating for effort level, risk level, and reward level. That way all you viewers at home can figure out which businesses are right for you to pursue right now. Because let's face it, it can be a disaster trying to start a business when your values don't align with that. So I think today's video is gonna give you guys a ton of clarity. So if you guys do enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. So I actually found all the side hustles that I'm gonna be featuring in today's video by browsing on Google. And the reason why I chose each one of these is because they're very popular and they're being talked about a lot right now. So we're gonna be diving into the positives, pros, and cons of each of these businesses. So the very first one that we're gonna be diving into, which is being talked about nonstop, which I'm sure you've heard about at home, is trading NFTs. Now, is this a business? Not really, but it's definitely a form of investing and a side hustle. If you browse on TikTok lately, I'm sure you've seen some 16-year-old claiming that they made a couple $100,000 off $50 from an NFT. Now, that's the exact reason I wanted to bring this side hustle up, because I think there's a lot of misconfusion on the viability of this business model and how much you can really make from trading NFTs. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm no expert at trading and flipping NFTs, but I do have some friends that do participate in the flipping scene, and there definitely is a lot of money to be made. But one thing that I gotta say is a lot of the people who did make tons of money off NFTs, it wasn't based off a skill set, it was based off getting in at the right time and having some of that market luck. Now the question is this a good business model or not? I would say the Achilles heel of this business model is that you do not control the investment. When you're investing money into an NFT project, you're investing into the founders and you're also investing into the project, believing that it's gonna continue to succeed. But after that fact, there's not much that you can do to guarantee that your investment succeeds. That's what I like about having an online business where I can control different aspects, because if something's not going right, you put more effort into it, and that's how you guarantee your investment being successful. Now, there's definitely no knock on trading NFTs, but if you're gonna get into this space, you're definitely gonna need some criteria that you're looking out for when you're picking projects, like making sure that you're picking fundamentally sound projects, getting into NFT projects with real founders who are doxed and they're sharing their vision and they're not just creating the project to run up some money. And also make sure the projects that you're investing in are releasing something proprietary or new, because if it's just a copy of another project, then you're probably not gonna see the type of gains that you want. So for effort level, I'm gonna be giving this side hustle an effort level of about 3, because I do think it's gonna take a lot of work to actually understand NFTs and understand which project you wanna get into. But there's also the opposite side of this, where you don't have to do much research and you could potentially just buy something the first project you see. Risk level. For this side hustle, I'm gonna say that this is a very risky business model because you don't control your investment. And if you invest in some type of rug pull or a project that just loses clout, your investment could potentially go all the way down to 0. Now, reward level. I do think this does have a nice reward level because you can make massive gains with NFTs, but my question to you, is the reward level worth the risk level? All right, guys, so side hustle number 2 is creating content on social media. And this could be categorized into tons of different side hustles, from creating YouTube content, from being a TikTok influencer, or just posting photos on the gram from a meme page. Now, if you're watching this video thinking, how does posting on social media make me money? There's a few different ways to make money when you're on social media, but I think everyone has this strategy completely the opposite way around. A lot of newbies get into social media and they try to create money before they build a following. And if you focus on building a real following and creating genuine and organic content, once you build a community of like-minded people who consume your content, then there's tons of different ways to monetize. You can start your own brand. You can start your own clothing company like Nelk Boys, your own makeup line like Kylie Jenner, sell digital courses, sell energy drinks like Logan Paul, and the list just goes on and on. Obviously, this business model can be very lucrative, but it depends on how you set up your personal brand and what type of product and offering you're gonna be selling to your fans. Effort level on this business is definitely very high up there because to start that original brand is gonna take time to get off the ground. So I'm gonna rate this a 5 out of 5 because anyone who started a personal brand knows that this is not easy. And for risk level, I'm gonna say that this is a relatively safe business model. So I'm gonna give it about a 1 or a 2. I think the only reason I would give it a 2 is because you're gonna have to put yourself out there and maybe look stupid on the internet a couple times to actually develop that following. But the last one is reward level, and I'm gonna say this definitely has a 5 out of 5 on the reward level scale, because if you do manage to become a big influencer like Kylie Jenner, Nelk Boys, Logan Paul, there's hundreds of millions of dollars on the table, and there's not that many opportunities that are this scalable. So I would say amazing reward level and a small risk level. So this should definitely be telling some people who are watching this video that this is a great side hustle to get into. Now, if you're making that excuse that content is way too competitive in 2022, then you need to get off your butt, because I promise you, if you don't start making content today, it will keep getting more competitive. And if you don't do it today, then you're not gonna do it tomorrow. And the next side hustle that we're gonna be rating is social media marketing. I'm sure you've heard of this side hustle from wildly popular gurus like Sam Ovens and Iman Gadzhi. Now, I want to rank this side hustle and see how it matches up for the newbies at home. So first off, this business model works by you offering different marketing services to companies either online or brick and mortar. So for example, you helping them grow their Instagram, running paid ads through Facebook, running TikTok advertisements, and there's tons of different other services that you could offer, which would be considered social media marketing. Now, I know this side hustle sounds a little bit daunting for beginners at the start, because it sounds like you need to be an expert if you become a social media marketer. And I'm here to tell you that that's simply not true. The truth is, you just need to have a good fundamental understanding and knowledge of that topic. So let me explain what I would do if I was just starting out and wanting to get into this side hustle. First, I would figure out what I'm interested in. If I want to get into Facebook advertising, then I would choose that niche and I would try to learn absolutely everything that I can online about how to run paid advertising, invest into some type of course that's going to teach me that, and I'll gain the how-to and the confidence of what that skill set pertains. And then what I would do is I would call companies up. I would tell them that I've been learning all of these skill sets that could potentially help grow their company, and I want to offer my services for free. And this is going to be your opportunity to get real world application on whatever you're learning, because truth be told, whatever you're learning over the screen, it isn't going to function the same if you're actually utilizing it in real world activities. And let's say when you gave that free trial to the client, you started to get them results. Number one, you can take their testimonial and you can use that as an asset to bring people to come work for you, because you've already gotten people results before. And then number two, if you're making them money, then tell that free client that, hey, my services aren't free anymore, and if you want me to continue to do this, I'm gonna charge X amount of dollars. So it's still definitely a beginner-friendly side hustle, but to rank this side hustle, I'm gonna put effort level at about 3 out of 5 for this effort level, because not only will you need to understand that skill set, but you're gonna need to learn how to sell. You're gonna need to get clients on the phone, and you're gonna need to make them comfortable paying for your services. And social media marketing is an expensive service, so that's definitely a skill set that you will need to acquire as well. Now, as far as risk level, the only thing you're really risking in this business model is your time. Because if you do this bootstrap and you're learning everything off YouTube and free education, then there's absolutely no money investment to get started. But as far as the reward level, I think this is a very lucrative side hustle, and I think it's pretty simple to get to about 10 to 15K per month doing this side hustle, because you really only need about 4 to 5 clients to get there. But I think on the scalability side, it is pretty hard to start a multi-million-dollar agency where you're managing hundreds of clients. So I'm gonna say reward level, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5, because the scalability just isn't there to create a massive company, but it's definitely an awesome side hustle to start off with. Now, the next side hustle that we're gonna be getting into today is dropshipping slash e-commerce. Dropshipping is another super popular business model that was made popular because how simple this business actually works. You find wholesale websites like AliExpress and DHgate, you look at any of the products on their website, and then you can create your own website in 30 minutes using a tool called Shopify. And then once your website's up and running, you list their products on your site and the wholesaler will actually ship them directly to your customer. And I can personally say that I know this business model works because not only do I personally know multiple millionaires who were created from this side hustle, but I've actually generated over $5 million inside the dropshipping niche as well. Now, does that mean it's the best business? Definitely not. There's Achilles heels to this business model, and it's definitely gotten a lot more complicated to start a dropshipping website today than it was a few years ago. It's not such a secret anymore that the e-commerce market is wildly profitable, so there's big fish that are waiting to get into this market, which has created a higher barrier to entry. Now, the issue with dropshipping right now, if you're starting out at the beginning level, when you just list these products off AliExpress, your business doesn't look very credible. And where I've seen the most success in dropshipping and where I'm seeing the future trend toward is a branded dropshipping strategy where you're still dropshipping and you're not handling those products, but you're creating a real brand, you're putting a logo on your product, and it does cost a little bit more money to get started, but this is an amazing industry to get into because it's one of the fastest growing industries right now. So for effort level on this business, I'm not gonna say it's easy because you're gonna have to educate yourself a lot. There's gonna be a lot of business tactics and fundamentals that you will need to learn about this, but the great part about learning all these things is that I think it's just gonna overall help you so much as an entrepreneur. And I'm so happy I got into this business model first because it showed me some real world skill set that's gonna help me long-term in business. But I'm gonna have to say this is a 4 out of 5 on effort level because not only are you gonna have to test quite a few products out, but there is a huge learning curve as well. Now, as far as risk level on this side hustle, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5 for the risk level because I don't think this is that risky of an investment if you come in with a fixed budget and you're looking at things from a very rational and numerical standpoint. But I do see people get into this business and be very emotional and end up spending more money than they anticipated. Now, as far as reward level, I'm definitely gonna be giving this business model a 5 out of 5 because I have not seen a business that is this scalable before and where you can take potential to even hit $1 billion in revenue. There's multiple e-commerce companies out there that churn billions of dollars every year, and all we need to do is take a small piece of that. And if you can create a good direct-to-consumer brand, there's millions of dollars of upside. So there we have it, guys. I just ranked the 4 most popular businesses of 2022 and gave you some real world perspective if you should get into these or not, talking about the pros or the cons. So if you did get value, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be releasing a video every single week, so I'll see you very soon. Take care.